This shirt is a little too long at the bottom. I'll show you a couple of ways to hem it up. The bottom hem on men's shirts curves a great deal. I'll show you how you can follow the curve when you hem up. Another way to hem this shirt would be to square it off on the bottom, and I'll show you how to do that at the end. Let's go ahead. Let's say we want to take 2 inches off the bottom of this hem. With chalk, just go ahead and mark 2 inches off all along the curve. Smooth out the lines.